Hello, Leos. Here's your reading for the week of February 26th through about March 4th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past energies, you have the Nine of Swords. In your current energy, you have the Magician. In your near future, you have the Six of Pentacles. And what is challenging you this week is the Page of Wands reversed. And your recommendations is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Swords in your recent past indicates that you've gone through a little bit of a rough time. This is all about anxieties, fears, worries. It's like you wake up in the morning, you're stressed out, worried, and you go to bed stressed out and worried. You have nightmares, you come back in the morning, wake up again, same cycle. So it's almost like you're just really, really constantly stressed out about something, worrying. It's a rough card. So in your recent past, you kind of came off this energy. But in your current what's happening currently is the Magician, and this is a great card. This indicates that you have everything you need to move something forward. If you want to create something new or start on something new or do whatever you want, you have all the tools you need. You have everything you need to actually make it happen or to start taking the steps towards it. So this is super positive because I wonder if some of you, there may have been certain situations that happen that are making you either need to change something up or move in a different direction or just kind of make you realize that you might have to try something else a different kind of way. And you have all those tools. You have everything you need to actually create something much better for yourself. So, and what's coming in for you is the Six of Pentacles. And this is about giving and receiving. It's about sharing. And this could be wealth. It could be expertise or knowledge. Like somebody could be offering you some sound advice or you could be helping somebody else with something. So it's kind of like that helpful giving and receiving energy, but you're not over giving of yourself, or you could be receiving some beneficial information to help you move something forward. But this is a really good card. But your challenge for the week is the Page of Wands in reverse. Now, this can indicate that there's something you want to do, but you might be experiencing obstacles. You might have even tried it a few different times and you've experienced obstacles each one of those times. Like it's not been working out 100% correctly. Like you're experiencing problems. So this could be tied to this Nine of Swords. Maybe you've tried it in the past and it didn't quite work out and you kind of keep trying it and it's not really working out 100%. But the Magician is here saying that you're going to figure it out. You have what you need to do it. But this could also be like, I don't want to say stalling energy, but you could be a little unsure of yourself or unsure of your skills. So because the Magician here is here and this is what your obstacle is, I think it's something that you might be almost stalling or you're not really sure how you're going to do something. So you're kind of not taking action. You're not doing it. And this could also indicate some kind of news coming in that, maybe wasn't the best news or a little bit of a setback type of news. But what's recommended for you is the Nine of Wands. And this represents just a test of faith, a test of boundaries. Like just stand your ground, just hang in there. Because this guy, he went through a battle, like he is still standing. He's like, oh, I'm still here. So it's about kind of just managing to get through a situation, you might be a little battered, withered, and worn, but you manage to come out the other end. So I think this is saying that you just need to hang in there with whatever this situation represents for you. Don't give up, just hang in there. So, because you have what you need, but you might be getting in your head or there might be some obstacles coming up again. But I think in the future, you're headed towards something a little bit more balanced. So I think that's really, really positive. And this might even be representing somebody might help you with whatever this is. They might help you through this, or you might gain some type of help in some type of way to help move this along. So let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, so first up we have crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Now, this is saying that I think you need to kind of ask for what you want, or if you feel like you need to help, if you feel you need to have help with something, or if you need help with something, just don't be afraid to ask. Like, don't be afraid to ask your spirit guides or whoever you kind of believe in. Don't be afraid to ask. And just, I think sometimes this is also saying that there might be little signs or synchronicities that are telling you that you're actually on the right path. Because sometimes, like, we're in a moment and everything's just not working out. It's just like, oh, it's just, what the hell? You know, you might be feeling that a little bit. But sometimes when I'm in those moments, I get a lot of signs. Like, I always see 420. My spirit guides have a sense of humor. It is whatever it is. But I know some people always see these angel numbers, and I actually see them a lot too. But I always see 420. If I'm really stressed out about something, if I see 420, I know it's going to be okay. And if I see 421, I know the rest of the day is going to have a few hiccups, but overall it'll be okay. So it's how that is. That's the way they communicate with me, and that just seems to be. They have a sense of humor, and I think it's funny because it always cracks me up a little bit because they're telling me to chill out. That's what they're telling me to do. They're saying, like, you need to chill out. And 421 is like, okay, well, things are not going to be 100% smooth sailing, but you're going to be just fine. So chill out anyway. So, but that's how that is for me. So this might be saying that you might need to be aware of any synchronicities or little signs, or if you see certain things at certain times of your life, be aware of that, because that could be like little indicators that spirit is telling you that, okay, you're going to be okay, or you need to do this or this or this or that or whatever. So just have faith and don't be afraid to ask for help because they got your back. Okay. Now, black tourmaline, protect your energy. And I think that you're kind of having a little bit of a moment. So you just need to kind of protect your energy right now. And that could be saying don't let yourself get so drained, and even mentally, because the Nine of Swords is very mentally, it's draining. And even the Magician, it's a tricky card. It's about saying that you have everything you need, but with this, you have to figure out how to use all these tools, put them all together to make something out of it. So that's not an easy card either. And with the Page of Wands here in reverse, this is kind of like you not knowing exactly how to do that, or feeling you might not be ready, or you just don't know how to mix everything together or do it. But so you have a lot of this heavy energy, and the Nine of Wands is just about like, okay, just stand through it, stay with it. You know, you persevere. So you have to definitely protect your energy. Now the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth, changed mind. And I think you're going through a phase. You're in the beginning stages of moving towards a brighter future, or towards something much better for yourself. So I think you're almost like this phoenix rising from the ashes and transforming yourself. So that's really, really positive. Now, let's see. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So there could be some sneaky person around. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that's really not quite on the up and up. Or you could even be deceiving yourself. You could be telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't know how to do this. This is not going to work out. Where in fact, it will work out. You just have to figure out how to make it work out. So the deception could even be yourself with these anxieties. Like, oh, you know, this is not going to be great. This is going to happen again. So you just need to be aware of that. Just be aware that you're not deceiving yourself, or you're not having somebody who's deceitful around you. And sometimes there's like red flags with those kind of people, and you probably even intuitionally know they're like that. And past life relationship, you have known each other before. And I wonder for some of you if this situation is something that you've tried in the past, it hasn't quite worked out, and you're continuing to try it again. But I think the Magician being here is saying you have everything that you need, just do it. Because I was getting this a lot when I was trying something and it wasn't quite working out the way I wanted it to be, but I kept getting the Magician, and it kind of was indicating that, you know, you have it, you could do it, just you have to figure out the details, because he needs to figure out how to make these magic tricks work. So I think this is saying that you might be a little bit hung up on some of the process with it, but this is all a learning experience. The Page of Wands here is a learning experience, that if something didn't go quite right the first, I don't know how many times, it doesn't mean that it won't work. It's just you're honing your skills to know, well, okay, well, none of this worked. Well, what did I not try that may work? So, and it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And I really feel like this is kind of more of a spirit type of thing. Like, you know, even with the co-create with spirit, like you need to kind of be open to receive positive things, because you might be a little closed off, or you might be expecting the worst with this situation. But I think you just need to be open to having good things happen so they can be easier to come to you. And let's see what quote we get for you. Some people feel the rain, others just get wet. And this is just saying that the option is yours. You could either let this negative stuff crush you, soak you, drench you to the bone, or you could just be like, okay, this sucks, but I'm not letting it seep into my soul, and we're going to just keep doing it, and I'm going to persevere, and I'm going to get to the end. Like, I'll be standing at the end of this. So I think you need to kind of come with that kind of attitude. Like, it's not over yet. It didn't work out. It didn't work out all these times, but it ain't over yet. Well, I'm still in the game. I'm still in it to win it. And for your affirmation card, you have, today I feel worthy. Today I will accept all the wonderful things in this life. And I think that's super positive. And if you need to tell yourself that every day this week, you need to tell yourself that. And let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you. This is a happy place. Little squirrels live here. And I think that's fantastic. So I think this is saying that you need to get to your happy place within your mind, and you need to remind yourself of all the little things that you love. Like, you know, the little squirrels could represent your kids. It could represent your fish. It could even just represent your favorite pair of shoes. Like, whatever makes you happy, you need to just remind yourself that your mind is your happy place as well. And you should only have little happy, loving squirrels in your mind as well. And just try to get to a point where you're recognizing the good things around you and you're appreciating them. And just, I think, because I feel like with the Magician, whatever you're trying to do, I think it's something that you kind of really believe in. And I just really think because the Nine of Wands is here, it's something that you really want, and you just feel in your gut that you're going to make it work. And I think you just need to, I don't want to say enjoy the process, because it's hard, especially when things aren't going well. It's like, what's there to enjoy? But I think you need to just sometimes moment by moment. That's what I'm trying to learn how to do, just moment by moment. And let's see what else we have for you. Don't try to understand everything in nature. I just look at it and enjoy it. And I think this is saying that if things are not going quite right, don't try to figure out why is it not going. I mean, of course, certain things you might have to figure out why is it not going right, so you don't make the same mistake again. But I think this is also saying don't just fixate on the things that are not going right. Just like be in the moment, look at the situation, and try to enjoy the things that are going right, and try to maybe put more energy into that, or figure out what's not going right, but don't like fixate. So you kind of like, okay, that didn't work out. Well, what can I do differently? Type of attitude. And let's see what spirit of the dish shall be with you in this week. You have the spirit of the night of drinks. And I believe this is the spirit of the whiskey. And for some of you, this may be a very fitting spirit, because I think you're you're in war right now. I think you have a little bit of a battle raging on. So there you go. And for your dinner and a movie, we have Mexican food and drama films. And for the energies you either need to tap into or be aware of, we have Taurus, and they're very fixed. They're very stable. I see them as being very structured, but they're not easily moved. So, and they could be a little stubborn. So I think with whatever this is, you might have to have that stubborn energy of not giving up, just trying to see it out a little longer. You had Cancer, and this is all about emotions and habits. So there might be some emotions that you have to kind of conquer a little bit, or certain kind of habits. It could even be negative habits that you have to be aware of. And you have Mars here, which is all about energy, initiative, and temper, and that kind of like that fiery passion of something. And you have the North Node, which represents destiny. You have the first house, which is appearance, egos, interest, and the self, and the third house, which is communications, intellect, communities, and relationships. And you have number 5 here, which is an odd number, so that means the special guest that shall be answering your questions shortly will be the Magic 8 Ball. You have N, B, D, Y, J, U, F, E, P, F, 3, and 6. Okay, so we have 1, 4, 3, 6. There you go. And you have courage, and I think you just need to have the courage to see whatever this is, see it out a little longer. Oh, and you have the cherries. Okay, so this is like a fun fruit. But the cherries are kind of in a pair. So this could be telling you that this is, whatever this is going to be paired well with you. Or you need to hang out with your other cherry. Because the cherry is like, there are 2 of them. So they have like their little friend. So you just might need to kind of realize that this, whatever this is actually going to match well with you going forward. It's really right for you, even though you're experiencing some obstacles, or you just come at it a little bit with more fun energy, or just like, even if you need to take some time and hang out with a friend that you would consider your other half of the cherry, you might need to do that. Sometimes when we hang out with friends, it helps kind of like shift us out of some negative stuff, and it kind of helps us have the strength to come back to tackle the problem again, you know, later in the day or the next day. So take that how that resonates. Take that how that resonates. And maybe the cherries have something else, means something else for you. Okay, now it is time. Let me bring them over. Okay, Leos, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Leo's question? It says, oh, come on. Outlook not so good. The 8-ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.